Okay, we will see the example number 1 on the number of photographs. Okay, so write down determine the number of photographs determine the number of photographs required to cover an area to cover an area 25 kilometer by 20 kilometer 25 kilometer by 20 kilometer comma if if the scale of photograph if the scale of photograph is 1 in 10,000 if the scale of photograph is 1 in 10,000 1 in 10,000 and and format and format is 230 by 230 full stop take longitudinal overlap as 60% 60% and side overlap 30%. Full stop. See, this is our problem statement. What they have written? Please read. Determine the number of photographs required to cover an area 25 kilometer by 20 kilometer if the scale of photograph is 1 in 10,000 and format is 230 by 230 format is 230 by 230 it means size of photograph. Here format they have written. Size of photograph or format is 230 by 230 take longitudinal overlap as 60% and side overlap 30%. As an engineer, if we are taking the photograph of this land, that overlap you have to decide. तुम्ही जर गव्हर्नमेंट सर्वंट सेंट्रल गव्हर्नमेंट मध्ये असाल आणि जर तुम्हाला अशा पद्धतीचे जर डिसिजन किंवा तुम्ही सेंट्रल इंजिनियर असाल तर त्या केसमध्ये तुम्हाला हे ठरवायचं आहे की 60% आणि 30% आहे. बट आवर अझम्पशन्स इज व्हॉट 50 to 70%. सॉरी, what we have to assume? Longitudinal overlap 50 to 70%. In that range you have to assume, and side overlap 20 to 30%. So that we have to assume. As an engineer you have to assume that 60% and 30%. Okay, किंवा किती साईजचा फोटोग्राफ्स तुम्ही घेणार आहे ते कॅमेरावरती तुम्ही डिसाइड करणार आहे. आणि लँड तर जी आहे तीच असेल, फक्त तुम्हाला किती लँड सर्वेड करायचे आहे दॅट यू हॅव टू थिंक. अँड स्केल ऑल्सो यू हॅव टू डिसाइड as an engineer. Okay. That depends on at what height you are planning your aircraft is moving. तुम्ही ठरवणार आहे की 2000 मीटर वरती 2500 मीटर वरती 3000 मीटर वरती एअरक्राफ्ट आपण मूव्ह करणार आहे. ॲज अ इंजिनियर एव्हरीथिंग इज युअर ड्युटी. ओके. सो व्हॉट एव्हर प्रॉब्लेम वी आर सॉल्विंग, हा प्रॉब्लेम आपण सॉल्व्ह करतोय, हा एक कुणी तर तयार केलेला प्रॉब्लेम आहे. एवढं एवढं आहे, साईज एवढा आहे, तर किती नंबर ऑफ फोटोग्राफ्स. बट वी आर वर्किंग ऑन ॲक्च्युअल फील्ड. त्यावेळेला आपल्याला फक्त एकच गोष्ट ह्यातली माहीत असते, लँड. किती लँड आपल्याला सर्वे करायचे एवढंच माहीत असतं. स्केल वी हॅव टू डिसाइड, photograph size we have to decide, so longitudinal overlap we have to decide, side overlap we have to decide if we are working in our central government. त्याच वेळी आपल्याला याच्यामध्ये काम करता येईल. ओके. बिकॉज आतापर्यंत जे आपण काम करतो ते काय करतो, रोड कन्स्ट्रक्शन असते, बिल्डिंग कन्स्ट्रक्शन असते, त्याला कशाला आपल्याला एवढे फोटोग्राफ्स लागतील सर्वे करायचे म्हणजे. तर एखादी मोठी लँड असेल त्या केसमध्येच this type of survey the government is doing, because the cost is very high, because we have to use the aircrafts for the photography purpose, so that cost is very high. Okay, so this is the problem statement. Now we'll see what is given data here. What given actually, what is given data? What is given? See, first ground area is given. It means what given? L1, capital L1 is given. How much? 25 kilometer. 25 kilometer, it means if we convert into meter, if we आपण मीटर मध्ये कन्वर्ट करू, कारण का हे 230 mm आहे, त्याला पण मीटर मध्ये कन्वर्ट करावं लागेल. सो फॉर वी विल कन्वर्ट इनटू मीटर. ओके. So 25 kilometer, it means how much meter? 25,000 meter, correct? 1 kilometer is equal to 1000 meter. Are you getting? 1 kilometer is equal to 1000 meter. So if we multiply this 1000 into this 25, we will get into meter. Okay. So now similarly W1. W1 is width of what? Ground. 25 kilometer by 20 kilometer is the ground area is there. 25/20 हा काय तुमचा ग्राउंड एरिया आहे. सो इफ द ग्राउंड एरिया इज 25/20 किलोमीटर, देन 25 इज द लेंथ अँड 20 इज द विड्थ. आपण असं अज्युम करायचं, जी ग्रेटर आहे ती काय करायची, लेंथ, आणि जी शॉर्टर आहे ती विड्थ. ओके. सो हियर L1 is the 25 kilometer, is nothing but 25,000 meter, and W1 is the 20 kilometer, is nothing but 20,000 meter. Are you getting? This is our land area. Okay. Now next what given? Scale given. S is equal to 1 in 10,000, means 1 in 10,000 scale is given. 1 by 10,000 scale is given. Then what given? Size of photograph. Format is 230 mm by 230 mm. So this is the format, because here they have written if the scale of photograph is 1 in 10,000, and it means this photograph is word for this 230 by 230. So photograph size is here 230 by 230. It means the photograph having length and width also. So length and width of photograph, small l. Small l is nothing but we have denoted in our number of photograph calculation, that we have denoted small l. What is small l here? 230 mm. So 230 mm, it means we have to convert into meter. How much meter? 0.230 meter, correct? Then length and width. So width of photograph, W, because this data we have to record in our calculation. Are you getting? Small l, WL, we have to record in the we have to put into in the formula. So again, width of photograph is 230 mm. So 230, it means meter. How much meter? 0.230 meter. Now remaining is longitudinal overlap and side overlap or lateral overlap. So now longitudinal overlap. लॉन्जिट्युडनल ओव्हरलॅपला आपण काय नोटेशन दिलंय, PL नोटेशन दिलंय फॉर्म्युल्यामध्ये. सो PL इज 60%. So that is in percentage, 60%. So if we convert into this percent into value, how much? 60 divided by 100, it means 0.6. We have to put this value. 60% is given, so we have to put this value in this format. Again, side side overlap. So side overlap is nothing but PW. So how much side overlap is given? 30%. So 30% is equal to 30 divided by 100 is equal to 0.3. So this much data is given in our problem statement. And now for that we have to calculate the number of photographs required to cover and this entire area 25 kilometer by 20 kilometer. इझी आहे ना, सोपं आहे नाही, कारण याच्यावरती एक्झाम्पल पडतं एक्झामला तुम्हाला. Okay, so now okay, so we have to calculate now n1 and n2. Everything is here, just we have to calculate. So we have to calculate n1. It means what is n1? Number of photographs, number of photographs required in longitudinal strip, longitudinal strip, that is n1. So we have to use here formula now n1. So n1 is equal, just we have to put the values L1 divided by 1 minus PL into 1 upon S into L plus 1. We have seen this formula. Now we have to put the values. How much L1? L1 is a what will happen? L1 is 25,000 divided by, because L1 is the length of ground, so this is 25,000. Then next denominator 1 minus PL. What is PL? PL is the longitudinal overlap. How much here written? 0.6. Longitudinal overlap 60% means 0.6 into 1 divided by scale of photograph. Scale of photograph is 1 divided by 1 in 10,000. 1 divided by 1 by 10,000. Then into length of photograph. So length of photograph is 230 mm. It means 0.230 plus 1. Now do this calculation. हे काय होणार 10,000 1 ला डिवाइड आहे, मग हे वरती येणार इकडे 10,000. Tell me how many number of photographs required in one flight line. लॉन्जिट्युडनल स्ट्रिप मध्ये किती नंबर ऑफ फोटोग्राफ्स येतील? Do the calculations and tell me the answer. Yes, Gauri has given answer. Other please, then I will verify whatever Gauri has given and yours answer. Someone again tell me. Any other doing calculations? Gauri has given me answer 28.17 numbers. No other doing calculations. Nikita, 2.7 into 10 raised to 9. Something from your side, please do the calculations again. हे 10,000 वरती येणार या ठिकाणी. काहीतरी चुकलं बघा निकिता. Something from your side. Actually, Gauri has given correct answer, no problem. But any other student? Nikita, please check your calculations. Something went wrong from your side while doing the calculation. This 28.17 is the correct answer. But 28.17 इतके नंबर ऑफ फोटोग्राफ्स असे पॉइंट मध्ये आपण नंबर ऑफ फोटोग्राफ्स घेणार का? सो वी हॅव टू सी दिस इज दी 29. 28.17 means we have to take 29 with addition of 1. आन्सर तुम्ही जे with addition of 1 सांगितले ना मला गौरी?
Yes sir.
Okay, so now here 29 numbers required in one flight line. एक विमान 20-25 किलोमीटर कव्हर करेपर्यंत 29 फोटोग्राफ्स त्याला घ्यावे लागतील एका विमानाला. सिंपल आहे. ओके निकिता प्लीज डू द कॅल्क्युलेशन. करेक्ट. काय चूक झाली बघा. बिकॉज कॅल्क्युलेशन इज प्रोसिजर इज सिंपल बट इफ वी fail to do the calculation properly then your answer will be wrong. Then no meaning of this correct procedure. Procedure correct आहे पण कॅल्क्युलेशन मध्ये चूक झाली तर आन्सर चुकलं म्हणजेच मोठा झिरो मिळतो असा. ओके don't worry, do the calculation again. Okay, now next. So we got the n1 here, n1 value we got. Now we have to calculate in small b what number of flight lines required. Number of flight lines required. So that is number of flight lines required is n2. Number of flight lines is n2. So what is n2? n2 is equal to, please write the formula, w1 divided by 1 minus pw into 1 upon s into w plus 1. This is the formula. So now put the values in this formula. Okay, so w1, the w1 is the width of ground, so it is 20,000 meter. 20 kilometer, it means 20,000 meter. Now 1 minus pw. What is pw? Pw is the side overlap. how much side overlap? 0.3 into 1 upon what? How much scale? Scale is 1 in 10,000. So 1 in 10,000 into width of photograph. How much width of photograph is given? 230 mm. It means 0.230 meter plus 1. Now calculate N2. So N2 is equal to number of flight lines. Do the calculations. Hmm. Others please, Gauri, given again answer me. Okay. So here 13.42. We got the value of N2 is 13.42. It means we have to provide the one more. It means we have to convert this 13.42 as a 14 numbers. So here 14 numbers flight lines are required to cover this land, 20-kilometer length, because this 20-kilometer is required to cover. Here we have to provide 14 flight lines like this, 1 2 3 4 5 along the length. Yes, Sonali also given correct answer. So this is the number of flight lines required, N2. So we got N1 and N2. So if we have to cover this total land, so here N1 is there, this is N2 is there. If you multiply this N1, N2, N2, we will get the whatever area covered by this 2, that is the total number of photographs. So here now write down total number of photographs required to cover entire area is now here n, capital N. So capital N is equal to N1 into N2. So N1 into N2. So how much N1? N1 is 29 and N2 is 14. So do the calculations now. 406. As I got answer 406. 406. Others please. Yes, correct. 406 is the answer. So 406 number of photographs required to cover this 25-kilometer by 20-kilometer area. Are you getting how to calculate number of photographs of any land? This is so simple. So this type of example may be asked in examination. Okay. So we'll see one more example. The sometimes only changing the scales, other parameters are same, but scale is changing, and for that the scale we have to sometimes convert the scale. That we will again see. Okay, so everyone has written this. Okay, now we will see the next example number 2. Okay. Write down statement, problem statement. The the scale of an aerial photograph, the scale of an aerial photograph 25 centimeter by 25 centimeter is the scale of an aerial photograph 25 centimeter by 25 centimeter is 1 kilometer as to is equal to 10 meter. 1 kilometer is equal to 10 meter. This is the scale they have given. Now this scale we have to convert into 1 in 100, 1 in 10,000, 1 like this we have to convert. That we will see how to convert this scale. So this is very important now in this problem. Okay, full stop. The scale of an aerial photograph 25 centimeter by 25 centimeter is 1 kilometer is equal to 10 meter. Means this is the size of photograph they have given. 25 centimeter by 25 centimeter is the size of photograph. Full stop. Determine number of photographs. Determine number of photographs required. Number of photographs required to cover an area of 20 kilometer by 15 kilometer, to cover an area of 20 kilometer by 15 kilometer, full stop. If longitudinal if longitudinal overlap is 60% and side overlap is 30%. See and read the problem statement. The scale of an aerial photograph 25 centimeter by 25 centimeter is 1 kilometer is equal to 10 meter. Full stop. Determine number of photographs required to cover an area of 20 kilometer by 15 kilometer. Full stop. If longitudinal overlap is 60% and side overlap is a 30%. So this is the problem statement. So we have to calculate now number of photographs. The only here we have to convert the scale. So that is here important part. So before that we will write the whatever data is given. So write given data first. So first, for 25 centimeter by 25 centimeter, the given. It means what given? Width of and length of photograph that they have given. So 25 centimeter, it means how much meter? 0.250 meter. Then width of photograph is again given, that is 25 centimeter. It means they have used here square photographs. 25 centimeter by 25 centimeter. Last problem we have seen 230 mm by 230 mm. It means square photograph. Generally in the aerial survey they are taking square photographs. So again this 25 centimeter, it means 0.250 meter. So length and width of photograph we got. So that this scale we will convert uh, later on. So before that we will see this area of ground. So 20 kilometer. So by 15 kilometer, it means L1 is equal to 20 kilometer. It means 20,000 meter, and W1 is equal to 15 kilometer. It means 15,000 meter. Then side longitudinal overlap and side overlap also given. So PL is given 60%. Again 60% means 60 divided by 100 is equal to 0.6, and PW is equal to 30%. It means 30 divided by 100 is equal to 0.3. Okay, got it? Now one more part is remaining, that is scale of photograph. Now here scale of photograph. S is equal to, they have given, that is 1 kilometer is equal to 10 meter. 1 kilometer is equal to 10 meter. It means now this 1 kilometer, how much meter? 1 kilometer is means 1000 meter is equal to this 10 meter. Again फोटोग्राफ्स आपला हा मीटरचा नसतो, बरोबर आहे की नाही? एक डायमेन्शन फोटोग्राफ्सचं स्केल असतं ते हे सेंटीमीटरमध्ये असतं. ओके, नाव for this 10 kilometer, again we have to convert this kilometer into centimeter. So 1000 meter into, we have to convert into centimeter. म्हणजे काय येईल? How much we have to multiply here? This 1000 meter we have to convert into centimeter again. हाँ, 1 centimeter is equal to how much meter? Or 1 meter is equal to how much centimeter? 8 meter is equal to 100 centimeter. So here 1000 meter is there. It means we have to convert centimeter. Are you getting? So now here this is the in centimeter now. So see here, S is equal to, now before that, this zero will get cancel. So it means what will happen? This 1 divided by this value is how much now? 100 into 10, it means 10,000. Are you getting? This value is 100 into 10 means 10,000. So here now scale of photograph S is equal to this 1 divided by this 10,000. Centimeter as to meter. We have converted this. Are you getting? So now this is the scale, 1 in 10,000. One dimension we have converted into centimeter, because actually our measurement on the photograph is in centimeter, कारण का आपण ते सेंटीमीटर मध्येच फोटोग्राफ्स इतका मोठा नसतोय, 25 सेंटीमीटर बाय 25 सेंटीमीटर. इट मीन्स हा काय मीटरमध्ये नाही आहे. सो वी आर मेजरिंग ऑल डायमेन्शन फोटोग्राफ इन मीटर, सॉरी सेंटीमीटर. So here one dimensions we have to keep in centimeter. So that we have converted this kilometer into centimeter and this meter as same. So here is 0 0 get cancelled. So s is equal to 1 here. So other dimension we have move here, that is the scale of photography is now 1 in 10,000. लक्षात या पद्धतीने करायचं आहे. आपण अजून बघू स्केल कसे कन्वर्ट करायचे. Okay, so now we got the all given data. Okay, so now start the procedure. So what is, first we have to calculate number of photographs required, number of photographs required, number of photographs required in longitudinal strip, longitudinal strip, that is n1. So for n1, what is formula? N1 is equal to L1 divided by 1 minus PL into 1 upon S into L plus 1. So this is the formula for number of photographs required in longitudinal strip, that is N1. So now put the values into this formula so that we will calculate the number of photographs in longitudinal strip.